Also, now we have a chorus. I know you can't hear it, but there's a chorus of voices singing the song now.
Okay, on my end, I just got a loud crackle, and now I have audio.
Hey! Look at the giant laser.
Ooh. So I was right that
Oh.
Oh.
Did you see the text on the side?
Yeah. We lost him.
Yeah.
So now, is there a way we could potentially lose this?
I don't think there's a way to lose this. However, we can lose the people helping us.
Oh.
They'll be replaced by others, but that person will be gone.
What if we burn through every person that has ever played this game?
Then I have to assume the game will make people up. Either that, or it'll just start cycling through again of names.
Or Yoko Taro himself would be like, "Man, you suck. I'm gonna help you."
They start using the staff. Like, you get Noboru Higuchi over there suddenly shooting down himself.
Just wondering, and I know you probably don't know, since in, like, nomadic languages, E is the most common letter. And I'm pretty sure in other languages...
Define a romantic language.
Like, I mean, like, romantic, like, with Roman letters.
Oh.
I'm not too sure if that...
Roman? Or Latin, I guess?
Okay, in, like, Latin-based languages, E is probably the most common letter. I'm just wondering, in Japanese, if there is a particular kanji that is used more often than all the others.
I don't know if I agree that E would be, just because with a lot of those languages, like English is one of the weird ones that doesn't do this, but like you have gendered nouns.
Like la and la.
Yeah, like lei and la, or like well, not even that. Like the chairs are gendered in that way, where like an A is a female, or like E being male.
So wait.
I don't remember the specifics, honestly. It's been so long since I messed around with this.
So I know that like nouns have gender, but you're saying types of chairs.
Like the word chair itself is gendered.
Because chair's a noun.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like a desk chair is male while a kitchen chair is...
it could be. It could literally be that way. I don't know.
Wow. Like, how do you learn that?
Because they're completely different words sometimes. Or like, if you're saying a desk chair, it could literally be like the word desk and then chair. Like, desk is gendered male while chair is gendered female.
No, but I mean, like, how do you learn the gender of objects?
It's literally just the last vowel in the word. Generally.
No, but I mean, like, law computer and let computer, only one of those is right. It's like, how do you know?
The rule of thumb is literally what the last letter in the word is.
Oh.
If it's female, at least for Spanish, from what I recall, 99% of the time, a female gendered word ends in A.
Oh.
It'll be like la computadora or something like that.
Oh. It's just weird.
Oh yeah, oh no, what am I saying? Males in Spanish, if I'm remembering correctly, which I may not be. I'm flying back to high school here. I think it ends in O. Like sombrero is a male object.
Huh.
Sombrero being like a hat.
Yeah.
Like in general a hat, not a specific style of hat.
Huh. Yeah, I know what a sombrero is.
Or like mi hermano or mi hermana would be like my brother or my sister.
Huh. And going to like languages.
That's why that's specifically why I would say A or O would probably be the more likely to be the most used in a Latin-based language, not E.
And I don't mean the negative no, as in like, no, I do not want to go to the store, but in like Casio no Luigi, what is the no?
I have no idea. Don't ask me that. I don't know Japanese. I don't know grammar in Japanese. I couldn't tell you.
Like, I thought you might have heard something that I didn't somewhere along the line.
Nope. That one's confused me a lot. That's been one that I've never really understood. Probably something I should have looked into at some point, but not something I ever did. Boba crazy.
Yeah.
Hey!
I was just going to say, these bullet streams are becoming pretty intense. Are we near the end?
That lives is designed
Imagine
to
doing all that with only one entity and no help.
Perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. However, life is all about the struggle within this cycle. That is what we believe. Pod 153 to Pod 042. How is it going?
I am embarrassed.
Why is that?
I launched a suicide attack, and yet, here I am, still alive.
Huh.
I must look very silly.
Do not feel bad about it. We are alive, after all. And being alive is pretty much a constant stream of embarrassment.
That concept is a bit too abstract for me to understand at this time. I will save it in my list of things to analyze later.
Question, Pod 042.
I mean, why did she eject me back in the...
Data salvage restore all of their past memories?
Yes.
And are those recovered parts of the same design as previous ones?
Yes.
Damn it!
Then, won't that simply lead us to the
CS!
same conclusion
Damn it,
as before?
CS!
I cannot deny the possibility. However, the possibility of a different future also exists.
So
a future is not given to you. It is something you must take for yourself.
So they're still around.
But where's A2?
There. Huh. That was an ending.
Pod 153 to player. Please respond to this query. Do you, faithful player, have anything you would like to say to other players who are suffering because they cannot finish NieR Automata?
I have something to say. Subscribe to Reckless Amoeba Productions.
Not an option. We got a lot of options here. This is a long list.
I love this game.
That we wanted to go with?
Yeah.
But this is words of encouragement to someone else.
I love this game.
On the other hand, I hate this game. I don't know if that's an option we can do.
On the other hand, I'm in, on the other hand,
Break a leg.
Yes! Yeah! USA.
Pod 042 to player. Please respond to this query. You, faithful player of this title, have lost your life multiple times to make it this far. You have faced crushing hardship and suffered greatly for it. Do you have any interest in helping the weak?
Yes?
Selecting this option enables you to save someone somewhere in the world. However, in exchange, you will lose all of your save data.
Oh.
Do you still wish to rescue someone, a total stranger, in spite of this?
So here's the answer we want because we want to do the rest of the endings. We want no.
Okay,
But all of those people that were saving us literally gave up their save data to do that. All of it.
You know, for the last thing we do,
we can come back to this and chapter select it. Yes.
Yeah, after getting the Y ending, I will want to do that.
All right, that's kind of what I was hoping we'd do.
Okay.
Understood. Returning to title screen.
And that is the end of NieR Automata. Until we come back for the rest of the endings.
And before we end it,
also, the only other... Sorry, I should mention this quick. The only other thing that will change is the title screen, I believe. We will get a different scene here.
Okay, so can we just jump into the save menu and just see our progress?
Mm-hmm.
So that's...
quite a few.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh, a dozen even. Nice. So we've got, what, 14 left?
Yeah. Will that take longer than one stream down the line?
I don't think it would take any more than 2. It honestly comes down to us and like fighting the Y ending and how badly we do. Because I do have to grind my way up to the levels we need to be at, for one.
But all the others are relatively simple to get to.
Oh yeah, it's as simple as the stupid fish ending. It's just go to that thing, do a certain thing, and then you get the ending.
Okay. Okay.
Like, the vast majority are really simple like that.
So maybe we'll take us one video down the line.
Mm-hmm. Might take us one session. Maybe 2 at the worst.
Okay. Oh. It might take us 2 because we also want to get the best endings in each of the... Not dungeons,
Oh, right, the Colosseums, right. Yeah, that's right, we gotta go back and do that at some point, too.
Yeah.
Although once we're level 99, what's it gonna matter? They're gonna get slaughtered.
Is there anything else that we may be missing?
I think those are the only 2 things at this point.
Okay, so next time will be...
Well, before we sign off, why don't we talk about how we feel about this ending?
Okay.
How do you feel about this?
I genuinely don't play games that have a deep story to them.
Mister, I've played Final Fantasy VII, but I don't play games with a deep story.
You know, I'm just like going to say this here because I had a time limit imposed on me by my parents and maybe this is also why, but I only like quickly read through the story some of the time. And but I mean, like, this had a good story. I mean, like, it was funny in some parts, serious in where it needed to be. The twists were easy to guess at some points.
Mostly because I directed us to the points that would help you do that.
Thank you very much.
I should have just left that side quest undone just to fuck with you.
Now you'll always be fucking with me. I am still and always will be the butt monkey of this channel.
I mean, you are the, well, specifically in here, because you are the one that doesn't play video games as much as the rest of us.
Yeah, but I play other types. One of which may be coming up around the holidays, hopefully.
You play a clicker game that you just ignore.
And
it's not a game.
I do play other games. I play Bloons Tower Defense. I play RPGs. I play classic NES games. I play A Hat in Time. I play the Spyro trilogy. I play the Crash Bandicoot trilogy.
You're also pulling up old games from the past. You've played nothing recent. Like, you can count the like remaster, like the remakes / remasters if you like, but that's still just the old games again, though.
I'm more of a retro gamer. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, you gotta branch out, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this game.
Like, the game itself, and this is why one of the reasons I love it is just like, it's willing to go to places and kind of illustrate the idea in front of you and not hammer you over the head with what the conclusion should be. Like, it illustrates what's going on and is like, well, what do you think's happening? Like, when we got to those suicidal robots who were just like, what's the point of any of this? And just jumped off the edge and killed themselves.
Yeah.
Like, it shows the idea of, like, how religion can corrupt. It shows things like... It shows a lot of grief as well, which I find interesting. You don't see a lot of games that really deal with grief in general well.
Yeah, like when Pascal got his memory wiped. That was horrible.
Well, that, and just how self-destructive it can be with 9S. Like, or hell, even finding out that everything you thought you knew was correct is a lie just shatters you as a person. Just the complete deconstruction of a person.
And I may have been a little bit on the older side when I found out about this, but apparently I found out, spoilers everybody, Santa isn't real when I was in 4th grade, and supposedly I was bawling.
Now imagine learning that when you're 25 and how... Well, that's not exactly true, I guess, in this case. Because in the case of 9S, it's like the one person you were super attached to in literally your entire life has been taken away, right? Like, let's put it this way, right? Let's assume that, say, God, worst case scenario, your mother died in childbirth, so you never met her. All you had was your dad, and then your dad died in a car accident and never came to pick you up, right? Like, tragic orphan story, and no one else is there. like that can shatter a person.
Mm-hmm.
It, it's definitely one of those like games that really hits home for some people, and even here, a game like I've been saying, a game about grief is one that is generally hard to come by, that also kind of wraps in all these other things, including like the whole idea of the different philosophical ideas that it brings up, of like, well, getting back to the idea of like, well, what is religion if it ends up corrupting? What is a leader who cannot lead? What good is pacifism if it only leads to the death of your own people because they can't protect themselves?
It may lead to an achievement.
Well, I was gonna say, what else?
Sorry, did that joke ruin your flow?
A little bit. I'll be real. A little bit. I'm trying to
Sorry.
get myself back on track here. What what good is teaching fear to someone too young to truly understand it? Like, even then, like the fear of what's to come, of the unknown, actually would be even better for these children, because it's like the fear of everything closing in on you and there being no escape, leading to suicide being just a scary concept in and of itself.
Huh.
It brings up so many different topics to like sit down and discuss, that like it's one of the best games that I've ever played, because it can do that and do it well enough not to like, well, because there are other games that smack you over the head and are like, this is the answer, you moron, and that may not be what you actually think as the player. Or like the idea of like it's shoving the idea in your face and being like, here's the answer, you idiot, move on. Whereas this one leaves it more open-ended to like allow you to think about the ideas.
So, are we to assume that the three main androids are obviously still alive, but do they have their memories? So will 9S always hate A2, or...
See, this is what I'm not sure about. They do say that the memories are there, but I don't know if the like where that ends, like all the way up to the end, or to a certain point, because we also have the point of which ending actually occurred, ending C or ending D, because they conflict with each other.
Are they supposed to?
See, I think that the idea at that point is that it's kind of a reset. In my mind, at least, we kind of experienced it there by accident, where we got back to like 2B, like telling us how it's an endless cycle. I personally think that literally the pods have reset everything, or that the Project Yorha itself is a full cycle, that it will reiterate itself again.
Oh.
Like the pods even say they're in a cycle, and that they need to find a way to break the cycle.
So has the cycle been broken?
Not according to ending E. It's just going on again.
Whoa! Oh, okay. Not to say, haha, I was right, but according to the NieR Automata official wiki, it says that the Red Twins are the main antagonists of the game's events.
Yeah, but we don't know when they came to exist, as far as I'm aware. So, how do we call them the main antagonist if they weren't the ones that started this from the beginning? They weren't the ones that set up Project Yorha, as far as I'm aware. They're not.
Just
They're not the ones that brought the aliens to Earth.
I, I'm just reading the article. It says the Red Girls, also known as N2, are a unit in NieR Automata that serve as the instigators and main antagonists of the game's events.
I mean, if by that you mean that they're the ones in the control of the machine life forms, sure. But that doesn't mean that the other things that have been set up were them as well.
Huh.
As far as I'm aware, there's nothing that says that they set up Yorha's own self-destruction.
Okay.
That seems to be in place without them doing it.
Okay. And I was like 50% joking during the gameplay, saying that, and like 50% saying, huh, this could actually be true.
Like, the way I
But
always took it was the same way that, when they said it right before they started fighting each other, was like, they were using the androids to keep forcing, the machine life forms to keep evolving their intelligence. It was a way to keep evolving their own species, quote unquote species, to continue becoming stronger. The idea of emulating humanity to be like, how did this fuck up? In which way? And trying to understand where to go from there.
huh.
Unless someone can point me to, the point where they say, yeah, the Red Girls set up Yorha, which granted, maybe it exists, but as far as I'm aware, there's nothing to suggest that. At least not in the game itself. Maybe there's some other material somewhere else that says that. I don't know.
Well, we'll come back to NieR Automata sometime down the line for the final few videos.
In the meantime, I don't know what comes next right now.
Oh, so it's going to be a surprise for all of us.
Whee!
So we'll catch everybody then.
Goodbye, stream. Goodbye, viewers.
Goodbye, everybody.